Bang, welcome in. Episode 215. What a Chewy. He still is deaf. He couldn't tell. God. This HD is showing my gray hairs, y'all. Excuse me as I try to intro this show. But big up, welcome in. Episode 215 of the Untitled Series, better known as the Immaculate Series. I'll try not to get thrown off by my own gray hairs. The key is to not look at myself. I think that'll help. Some say gray is wisdom. Some say gray is a player for Tottenham Hotspur who started today versus the Korean All-Stars. What a segue. I'm getting better at this, baby. But welcome in. How you doing? We had a match today. What'd you think about that? Raised some questions about a few things, really. But I enjoyed seeing Son working there on the left. I enjoyed the little link-up play there with Kulusevski as well. So a lot of stuff to look forward to. Some things to talk about. My internet dropped earlier when I was on Spurs Kings TV. So if I freeze for whatever reason, it's likely because something's going on with the internet here in El Paso. But big up, welcome in, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I don't really know where I'm going to start, so I'll just start with saying what's up, how you doing, howdy, to the folks that are here. Let's see. There's a poll in the chat. What are your thoughts on Kulusevski as our number 9? That is kind of the main question I'm walking away with, because is this, us trying to be cheap? Is this something that we, striking gold, so to speak? I also wore the Heung shirt, the Heung shirt today because, fuck it, bro. My Korean King was balling, so why shouldn't I too? But again, welcome to the show. Hope you're too blessed to be stressed. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. But I'm assuming if you're here, you already did. Did you watch the game, bro? Did I watch the game? Yes, actually. Well, see, look, I'll share. Look, this is where I'm at. I'm in the 62nd minute. They were just doing the subs. So I'm watching it on playback. I did not wake up early. No, I did not. But this is where my stream is paused. So I didn't watch the game. I didn't wake up at 4 a.m. to watch this. No, I didn't. But I was watching it today. So I've got my phone. I was taking notes. I was feeding babies bottles. I was changing poopy diapers. But none of that stopped me from, check this out. So you can see even my notes. So I'm not lying. My notes stopped right after they went up they scored 2 back to back real quick. And then, but as you can see, I've got my notes. I'm going to take my notes if I can watch the match. And I take notes on preseason matches specifically just to see if there's any correlation to what we do in the preseason versus what we actually do in the regular season. Like set pieces. I saw there was an interesting FIFA set piece that we did. Pedro Porro plays it short to a man who then he runs to the box to kind of the far corner. And the man lays it off for Pedro Porro. He gets it on his preferred foot. Lay it in there. But unfortunately, the shot wasn't very great. But I'm watching. I'm trying to find out what they doing. What is going on here? My StreamYard is bugging out on me. I'm trying to, because I shared from a thing and it was like, we're not going to let you share the audio for that. There's my tweets. There we go. I've got tweets. Some are my tweets. I mean, I don't bookmark my own tweets. I would just go over to my own damn thing. But let's say hello to the chat before I keep rambling on to myself. That's a problem when we do these shows with just me and my gray hairs. Dang, man. I need what is that? The men's product, Touch of Gray. I'm getting old, dog. I got that free Touch of Gray, I suppose. Big up David Shear. I saw you just gifted 5 memberships before I could even say hello to the chat. So big up to the 5 of yous. And make sure you say dubs in the chat for David Shear. Big up David Shear, buddy. 5 memberships. 1 to Nawaf. 1 to Daniel Coys. 1 to Rowan Kumar. 1 to Honesty Hortensia. And then another 1 to MK. Big up to you. The game was shown on YouTube. No need for that Spurs play. Oh, shit. I didn't realize. Oh, it wasn't in America, though. That's the thing. I remember looking for it because it was on the disgusting. Did y'all hear that? Disgusting. Let me say hello to the chat. Let's see who got here first. But big up to you, David Shear. Also, I see a certain something. Let me see if this is. Let me go to channel. This is the real Dermatron. All right, Dermot, I saw your text that there's a spam person going around, but I just checked, and that's actually you. So let me do this. There we go. So that way we know when it's the real Dermatron. But big up David, man. Appreciate you gifting those memberships. Big up to Spurs GCTV. Yo, Jacob and Chewy. How you doing? Eugene Strenner. What's up, party people? How we doing? Hail Spursicus. I am Spursicus. Big up George. Big up Jacob in chat. Come on, you Spurs. What's good, my coy? Zapur, I was trying to text you on fucking Discord whenever I was watching the game on playback. Were you at the match? I know you're in Korea right now. Were you at the match, my good boy? Were ya? Because if you weren't, I've got a bone to pick with you, because you could have seen Son, you know, even if you're in the fucking furthest seat high, that's what, 500 feet away from Heung dad? Come on. Anyway, let me know. Spurs Truth TV, formerly Richard Matthew. You saw the reaction from the smiling hands when Santiago left. Now imagine what it would be like when Son leaves. Riots. Huh? Good day to David Shear. I have more respect for Ange now. That's very nice. Big up Nawaf. Big up Paul. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Give you a countdown before you even... Big up Paul. Deshaun, how you doing? I did watch the game. Well, again, I only watched most of it. I have it paused. I'm going to... They're doing the big platoon swap, and then I was like, well, I need to change another poopy diaper. So I haven't seen Will Lankshire's goal, and I haven't seen what Mikey Moore did, because what I did see was Brennan Johnson failed to impress me yet again, which I'm assuming Mikey Moore is going to come in and do more as a right winger, maybe. Timo Werner as well. I heard he got an assist. Ange is playing lots of players out of position. He seems to want versatility. It is interesting. However, this Jamie Donley, we got to talk about Jamie fucking Donley. I think we are cooking something with hot fucking grease with Jamie Donley as our left back, because as we know in this Ange Postecoglou system, the left back and the right back, they're going to invert, they're going to push up the field, and unfortunately, I was about to recite the heat maps, but I was like, let me see what Jamie Donley's heat map looked like versus the Korea All-Stars. And they don't actually have ratings or stats for any of the players, as you can see. Well, you probably can't see that. As you can see here. There's no ratings. There's no stats. There's like team stats. No individual stats. Which I thought was weird. Let me see. Yeah, there's not even team stats. It doesn't tell me how much possession. Doesn't tell me anything. Except who scored and what time. So I thought that was interesting. But Jamie Donley, like, they also got this wrong. They have Jamie Donley here in the 10. So when I woke up and I checked the sofa score and I was like, you know, let's see who started. And I was like, Jamie Donley in the 10, Archie Gray as a left back. That's interesting. Can't wait to see what that looks like. And then it turns out Jamie Donley was still a left back, which I'm actually, we've been talking about we need a guy to play left back behind Destiny, challenge Destiny. You know how many fucking notes I have on Jamie Donley? Like, Donley at left back looking good in the first 5 minutes is my first note. My first note is Jamie Donley looking good at left back. And then at 5 minutes, Archie Gray gave away a bad pass that led for a corner kick for Korea. 8 minutes, Sonny, nice ball win. 9 minutes, Poro, nice defense ball. I'm not going to go through this yet. We're not doing that yet. I'm still saying hello to the chat. But anyway, I've got my notes. But Jamie fucking Donley, that's my point. I don't want to digress. I think Jamie Donley's going to be one of them guys, man. Because in previous matches where they've kept up with statistics and heat maps, etc., Jamie Donley in the inverted left back position is doing a lot of things that you would ask a creative attacking midfielder to be. So, just something to think about. Or central attacking midfielder. He's just a little off to the left. Maybe not so central. The game was shown on YouTube. I already saw that. Big up Hyeuk player. How you doing? Players out of position is only due to having those center backs available. Ash Phillips was actually hurt, and he was like just available right before the game. He was sore or something, they said. Madison was bad. Son was average. Son had a brace, but he was average, okay? Emerson Royale, Werner were our best winger. All right. Big up. Big up Paul123. Big up THFC Till I Die. Big up Jacob. How you doing, J. Scott and Dr. Jacob? Paging Dr. Jacob. How you doing? Big up to you. There she is, not me. Says, yes, Jacob and crew. KULU's cooking. He was cooking for sure. Jacob, I'll make you a mod on mine tomorrow, bro. All right, cool. No worries. I just want to make sure, like, that if another THFC Till I Die comes into the chat, we know which one's which. Big up to you, Dermot. I saw them in Korea last year. I'm in Dallas at the moment. Zapur, you let me down. But you're not actually in that country, so I can't be too upset. Big up Alex Wood. How you doing? Big up. West Ham just bought Somerville. He is better than our wingers from what I saw of him. You know, it's funny you mentioned that because I have got that bookmarked. I have that saved because I did want to bring that up. That I would have loved for us to sign Crescencio Somerville, the young Dutch winger. Played for Leeds. He was good in the Premier League. He was player of the season in the fucking championship. So I think we are right. I mean, if a player will go to West Ham, you can't tell me that like we aren't big enough of a club that we couldn't take that away from them, which we should. It's not official yet, as far as I've seen. It's not like officially official, unless Fab has tweeted something while I've been live in the last however long. Yeah, it's all Conor Gallagher stuff that 15 minutes ago. No, there is 15 minutes ago. He said medical booked on Thursday. Last thing I saw was, which one was it? He tweets so damn much, it's hard to keep up. But I saved it because it said that West Ham, they just agreed to personal terms. Yeah, 4 hours ago. Jesus. 4 hours ago, bro. This looks disgusting. First they take my man Mohamed Kudus, and now they're taking my second man Crescencio Somerville. Bro, that's two wingers that West Ham got that's better than Timo, better than fucking Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson, I'm sorry. Whoever really, really likes him, what did he do good today? I don't know one thing he did good. The best thing he did, he was offside and he missed the goal. I'm really concerned about this front line because I'm seeing our direct oppositions in Aston Villa, West Ham signing wingers that I would have loved for us to sign. Jaden Philogene was another one that we looked into when we were linked with him earlier this season. If you remember, if you've been at the channel long enough, you've heard me bring up Jaden Philogene. But I guess Philogene is not our lover. He's officially an Aston Villa player. Now it is imminent now that fucking Crescencio Somerville is about to be a West Ham player. So I'm actually jealous of West Ham's wingers. Let that sink in for a second. I'm actually jealous of West Ham's wingers. I'm actually a little bit fucking pissed off the more I think about it. Because last summer, my boy Ashmatic will know, last summer, how much I was texting him that West Ham got Mohamed Kudus and we didn't. I remember, Ash never gets mad at anybody. He didn't get mad. It was a text, but it seemed like he was like, bro, please just accept the fact he's gone to West Ham. You have to accept it and move on. And, you know, I said, okay, Ash, I will. You won't hear me complain about it anymore. But this is really rehashing those same emotions that I had. Wow, there's a winger I would love that would walk into my starting 11. Crescencio Somerville is another one of those. He would walk in. He's the only winger he isn't better than, in my opinion, is Heung-min Son. I think he's a better winger than Timo Werner. I think he's a better winger than Brennan Johnson. And I know people are going to say the GA and what, we just wait for Brennan next year. You know, I hope I'm dead wrong, bro. I pray I am dead wrong when it comes to Brennan Johnson. But I have not seen an improvement in this man. And it's only preseason, right? But what is preseason for? To get you back into fitness. And let's see, like Son looked like shit the first 2 games he played, 3 games, whatever it was. The first few games that Son played, he looked awful. But he actually looked more like himself today. I would say 70%, maybe 65, 70% good from Son. And then there was bad. I have Son's bad notes. Don't think just because I love Heung-min Son, Heung-min Dad, that I don't keep notes of when he does bad things. Where is it? In the 37th minute, Bergvall, amazing slide tackle. Wasn't amazing. I think I was just really hyped because he fucking slid up in there, but he said Bergvall amazing slide tackle to create chance in the opponent's final third. Sonny awful giveaway right after, and then right after that he scored the goal. The one that was on the body cam is going viral. There's like a body cam footage of it. I would show it, but they'd probably fucking flag that too, so I'm not gonna show it. But yeah, I keep notes of when people fuck up. Now, I haven't watched too much of Madison, but I did have in 48-minute Madison bad pass. Madison bad pass. So, yeah, man. Some good, some shit, but we'll keep talking about it. But this is actually upsetting, this Somerville thing. I didn't mean to go off on one, but I'll be real honest. Crescencio Somerville, Mohamed Kudus. Yeah, I would have loved... if we did that, but we did not. I hope Donley gets a few games in the Premier League. I hope so too. He was at least on the bench a lot last year. He made 3 substitute appearances, averaged 1 minute. So that's very nice. Maybe he can average 2 minutes next season. That'd be fantastic. Jacob, do you reckon we get any first team signings that have a level of quality that takes us forward before the season starts? I don't think so. It's a joke, says Daniela. Daniela, what I would say... Do I reckon? Well, here in the South, you say, do you reckon? I would never reckon anything that is not a sure thing. And what is not a sure thing is my hope or the notion that we will sign players that immediately impact the first 11. Now, you could make the argument that Lucas Bergvall is going to affect our starting 11. Archie Gray, there's potential for him to impact our starting 11. I still think Ange likes Sarr. This Madison, who did Madison get subbed in for? Was it Bergvall? Let me see. Madison for Lucas Bergvall. Yeah, that's who it was for. So maybe Lucas Bergvall's giving Ange something to think about there with James Madison. But when in the South, I would never reckon unless I think that something is a sure thing. Like if there's a big ass storm cloud, I reckon that's a rain cloud. I reckon. I hope so. I will say that I hope we do Ezzy and all the other business that we've been talking about all fucking summer. That we were like, just wait for the window to open. The window opened, and we're like, just wait for the Euros to end. And the Euros ended. And now we're sitting here, and teams are picking up fucking players that would actually impact our starting 11. And it's not that I'm like upset and I'm like, wham, wham, let's throw the fucking kitty out with the kitty litter. It's like, to me... Why can't we just get some signings that actually impact our starting 11? I feel like Crescencio Somerville would impact our starting 11. I bet you Ezzy would absolutely impact our starting 11. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully. That's all we can do is hope, right? Unless you're the dude who's writing the check, then write the fucking check, my G. Write the check. Big up Jacob. Donley might get the soccer treatment for a year or so. Play as a fullback in cameos, then shine in his preferred position and become a regular starter for this club for years. George Hill, big up. You are right about that, because I would imagine that if any other manager who doesn't run fullbacks the same way that Ange does wouldn't see Donley fitting in an overlapping fullback situation. I'm not saying that the young man can't do it. His link-up play on the left-hand side with Son, the 1-2s that they were playing, the layoffs, there was a couple passes from both of them that were a little bit heavy. But outside of that, I really like the link-up play. Like, I think Jamie Donley's a natural, man. I think he's so good. Like you could say, like a Saka, so good that, like, you can get something out of him in a different position. And this position I don't think is so out of the world of what he's used to in that central attacking role. Again, I like to go back to the heat maps, what I saw from him on Spurs play the last 2 years. It's like I would think that he's comfortable in the middle of the park laying the ball. I mean, there was one time, let me see if I can have a note about it, but it was... I think the 42nd minute, I have a lot of Donley great pass, Donley great move, or Donley great. This one says Donley great first touch and pass out to Sonny to create a chance. I believe it was Ben Davies hit him with a pass. It was very heavy, and a seasoned pro could deal with it. You would assume a child first touch might take it away from him. His first touch slightly took it away from him. He got cramped by 2 players, and then he did a real cheeky move and just like banged it out. It was, to me, this guy, Jamie Donley, he acts like a vet. He plays like a vet. I think this kid deserves a shot. There's 3 names. Again, I haven't seen Lancashire and Mikey Moore, so I can't speak too highly on them yet. But because I am on the, I am paused on the 62nd minute right now of the game. I haven't watched when they do the whole platoon swoop. I've only seen some of the second half. But from the first half, man, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think that there's still a lot that I don't like in Brennan Johnson. Kulusevski, there's a question mark. I thought that there were moments where he did impress me. Son's second goal. He did the 1-2 with Son, the way that he did with Madison in a game earlier, the way that he had tried to do with Brennan Johnson in a few games. So from Dan Kulusevski, from a passing standpoint, if our number 9 is going to be what I've always been told our number 9 is in an Ange Postecoglou system, he's kind of the decoy. He's kind of the guy that goes out there and just absorbs the pressure. Lays the ball off. There was a word that they used to describe Kyogo at Celtic. I didn't watch Kyogo at Celtic. I didn't watch Celtic. But what everyone who did watch that said was Kyogo was like a fall guy, if you will. Kind of the bait, the sheep, the guy that just gets in the box, absorbs some pressure, pass it out to somebody else. And whenever Son was doing it, he was not doing well, in my opinion. He was getting goals, sure, but he was also doing that on the left as well, goals and assists. So, to me, we do need a fucking striker. KULU and Lancashire is our second and third. Sell Richie, get a better striker. I agree. If Richie's our number 1, he can't be. I think I rate Son as a number 9 in this system more than Richarlison. It's really a stressful situation when I think about this forward line. Outside of the forward line, I'm enjoying what I see in the midfield. I'm enjoying what I've seen in the back line. I know what I'm going to get when Romero and Van de Ven come back, when Udogie come back from injury. So I like what I'm seeing in that regard. My concern is this forward line, 100%. Big up, Scott. Warrior J's in the house. I was watching the game as a neutral. Big up, Warrior J. How you doing? Who's been your most impressive player preseason so far? Lucas Bergvall, man. It's got to be Lucas Bergvall, Jamie Donley, Archie Gray's been pretty impressive here and there. I thought today was he started out rough, he got better, and then he's had a little couple bad moments again. But I thought he improved on the day for what it's worth. So Archie Gray's been slightly impressive, but number 1 is Lucas Bergvall. 100%. Lucas Bergvall for me has been, I think this guy's going to take a spot in the starting 11. So Basuma, Madison, Sarr, one of you going to get cooked. Because Lucas Bergvall's, he's him. Lucas Bergvall's him, bro. He's so good. He's just so good as this box-to-box 8. Like, the calmness, the ball. I would love to see it versus a Premier League team. I think we're going to get a better taste when he plays Bayern. I can't wait to see Lucas Bergvall versus Bayern because I think then we're really going to get a good read on these players. I'm curious how Jed Spence does because he's about to get subbed on in the match, but I haven't finished it yet. So I'm curious to see how Jed does. Curious to see how Mikey Moore does. Now Mikey Moore out the gates was the first one to be like, bang, I'm your best right winger. Now still in the training sessions that we saw yesterday, the bangers he was having from outside the box, Mikey Moore is still a name that I have to put up there and impressive. Will Lancashire, he's also another name for impressive. You know who my disappointments are so far? Brennan Johnson. Because I said, come on, you're going to get a preseason, let's see what you can do. Disappointed in Brennan Johnson, disappointed in Emerson Royale. I'm 50-50 disappointed in Pedro Porro. Ben Davies was good today. He made one mistake on their first goal, I think it was. Or is their second? I'm not sure. But outside of that, I thought his passing through the lines. I guess Ben Davies can stay for that backup role, but I do not want to see him as a left back. I'll tell you that much. I'd rather prefer Jamie Donley. But my big 2 names, Daniel Coys, Lucas Bergvall, Jamie Donley. I'm curious to see how Mikey Moore did today, and Will Lancashire obviously got a goal. I like the profile of Will Lancashire. I still need to see more before I really say this or that. But I'm excited about Mikey Moore and Will Lancashire. I am impressed, very impressed with their whole body of work so far. Jamie Donley specifically and Lucas Bergvall. So, whew. Crossing our fingers for Neto. I'm crossing our fingers for an immediate first-time signing. We'll find out if we get that. West Ham signed a better player from Leeds than we did. Time will tell on that, I suppose. Pick up David Shearer. Skip was a player of the season as well. We need real quality now, not more squad options. Eugene Stringer. I don't know if you remember when Leeds were in the Premier League, but he scored a game winner and an equalizer versus Liverpool. I think he's good. I think he can do it in the Premier League. Skip, when he was Premier League player or Championship player of the season, he hadn't proven anything in the Premier League as far as I know. Jed Spence is my favorite preseason player. I have to throw him out there as well. A lot of questions around our backup fullbacks, and I feel like Jamie Donley and Jed Spence have done a good job so far. Again, I don't know on Jed Spence today versus Korea. I haven't finished that yet. He's about to come onto the pitch, so sorry about that. I figured I better do a stream while I can. I can finish the goal and make my opinions on Jed and company later. But I've enjoyed Jed Spence as well. Thank you for mentioning. I forgot to mention that. West Ham's attackers are all better than ours, barring Sonny. That's the honest truth, unfortunately. I think Mikel Antonio and Richarlison, that's like having a mid-off. It's like, you know, two people under 6 foot being like, I'm taller than you. Bro, you're both under 6 foot. All right, my G. Just grab your step stool and move on. But, yeah. As far as their wingers go, Jared Bowen walks into this squad. Somerville, Kudus walk into this squad. That's 3 wingers that they have that are all better than Bowen's a stud, man. People sleeping on Bowen, I think, too. Because Bowen, Mohamed Kudus, bro. Mohamed Kudus still breaks my heart that we didn't sign him. I'm sorry I clapped into the mic. But I'm really fucking still... This Somerville shit, bro, it actually brings up those same emotions of like, wow, why didn't we do that? Moussa Diaby. And people can say Diaby was worse than Brennan Johnson. Maybe, sure. He went off and fucked off to Saudi Arabia. So clearly he doesn't care about ball. He cares about money, which I don't blame him. I like money too, buddy. So not passing judgment. Just saying clearly I was wrong on him as a player. I didn't know him personally. So I didn't know that he would, fuck off to Saudi after 1 year in the Premier League, because that's what he would have done to us. So clearly that one was wrong. But Mohamed Kudus, you can't tell me... If you've watched any Mohamed Kudus last season, every time I watched him, he was doing shit that none of our wingers did last season when Sonny was our number 9. Timo Werner wasn't doing it. Brennan Johnson weren't doing it. Yeah, they were getting the ball, running in space, but like actually putting a move on a man or two, beating them, and then getting a GA afterwards, or at least a shot on target. Like, I don't think Brennan Johnson can shoot the ball. I'm 100% honest right now. When we were watching the practice footage, I wasn't impressed with his shooting. When I see him in games, I'm not impressed with his shooting. Oy vey. Brennan Johnson. I hope, bro. Brennan Johnson, you know what? I'm willing to do a bet for something that I believe in so wholeheartedly. And I'm thinking of a wager. I'll buzz my head on stream. I'll shave my hair. I'll go buzz cut. I just got to figure out what is it. That is the wager that I'm willing to wager for something. I don't know what the stipulations are, but maybe we do who has a better season, Kudus or Johnson. That's a good one, because I feel that way about Mohamed Kudus, I'll be honest. Bakayoko, that's another good one. Johan Bakayoko. The rumblings have quieted down on the young Belgian winger out of PSV. I do like Johan Bakayoko. It's crazy how as soon as Noni Madueke left and he got his chance, he fucking ran with it and they won the league. Straight up. They went and won the league last season when Bakayoko started from week 1. Bakayoko's a bad man. He's a bad boy. I would take Bakayoko. He walks into our squad. Watch, someone's about to sign Bakayoko, and then you're gonna be like, here's Jacob crying about another winger. But man, I want some wingers who like even fucking Yang Gang, bro. Yang Min Hyuk. I have it in the title. First look at Yang Min Hyuk. I have a couple notes, bro. He was cooking. He was doing shit Brennan Johnson doesn't do. How does this dude in the Korean All-Star team look better than Brennan Johnson and Timo Werner? It's crazy. And I see Brennan Johnson all first half just pissing me off. I'm glad I didn't do a watch long. Like, he is pissing me off. It's just like, nah, there's Brennan. Okay, okay. I just don't feel joy when I watch. Like, I watch this sport for joy, man. When Son has the ball at his feet, oodles of joy. I'm fucking drowning in the joy when Heung-min Son has the ball at his feet. But when Brennan Johnson has the ball at his feet, when Timo Werner has the ball at his feet, I feel pain inside, nausea, headaches, dizziness. You know those like criminal reports where it's like the 10 hugs, like dun 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 dun, and it's like the list of his crimes. I'm gonna go through the list of symptoms I feel when I fucking watch Brennan Johnson or Timo Werner with the ball at their feet. Like, I know people don't like this player, but Alan St. Maximin, I loved watching him because it was fun when a lot of times he didn't do much, but then there were times where he did. And I liked watching him play. I liked watching Adama Traore play. When they have the ball at their feet, I'm like, all right, what are they going to do? I miss that. I feel like Timo Werner doesn't give me that. Timo Werner's just like, oh, please don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up. But Brennan Johnson's like, do something, do something, do something. And then 90 to 80, 90% of the time, I get let down. I feel like Brennan Johnson gets 15 GA, sure, but with like 100 fucking chances. Eventually, I don't play baseball, but I figure my chances of hitting that ball, you throw it 100 times, I'll hit it at least once or twice. You know what I mean? Anyway. Morler, good shout. A fair point. Maybe I'm being too harsh, going on a rant. When are we getting any quality first team signings? It's a joke. Very much doubt. I mean, the window's still open, so we're still open for business. It's just a matter of if we fucking do it. Brennan is trash. Eye test, no lie. The GA is good. Brennan is a carbon copy of Werner. That's a good. It shows you the profile of winger we're trying to get, I guess, from some standpoint, right? They can run. And they'll kick it into the box, and you kind of just don't know what you're going to get. So I don't know. A lot of hype of other players I wouldn't want to Spurs. Maybe. Ren says, it's okay, Jacob. Sometimes I catastrophize when I'm upset too. Yeah. No, I'm not catastrophizing. It's just my front line. I like my back line. I love my goalkeeper. I love my back line. I love my goalkeeper. I'm starting to like my midfield with Lucas Bergvall, Archie Gray, Matt. We've got something going on in the midfield. So I feel a little bit with Basuma too. I'm curious to see how Basuma does because he's about to get subbed onto the pitch too. I haven't finished it yet again. Just disclaimer, haven't finished it. But for me, I feel better about our midfield now than I did before the window opened. But I don't feel good about our front line. That's the one place where I'm really concerned. Again, at the beginning of the summer when we talked about, what I liked in my club and the things that I liked and the people I wanted to keep, and the backup fullback was a huge question mark and a huge question, like worry, because you saw we're just an injury away from a Ben Davies, Emerson Royale, one of them touching the pitch or both of them. And that's not good. But with Jamie Donley, Jed Spence, they already look better than either one of them two did in them roles. So, like, I overall am happy. But I think when I think about Brennan Johnson and I think about Timo Werner, I don't get excited and I don't get filled with the really good butterfly feelings like I do when I watched Lucas Bergvall turn three people in the midfield. When I watched fucking Yang Min Hyuk, bro, when he turned Emerson in the middle of the park, oh my God. I thought he looked fantastic. A couple times where he probably should have passed it and he shot it and he was trying to go for glory. I don't blame the young man. Have some confidence. But what I did like also about Yang Min Hyuk was he did what he said he would do in his little Tottenham interview, which was, I'm going to happy. Yeah, I'm happy. Of course I'm happy. What's not to be happy? I am happy. Of course. I'm happy with Bergvall. I'm happy with Archie Gray. I like those signings. But back to what I was saying, I looked down and I saw the first comment. It was like, happy? Question mark. Yeah. Wow. Why not? Bro, I'm excited for the season. Of course, I do still want. Luckily, we still have time before the season starts. I do still want us to sign fucking Ezzy. You sign Ezzy and Tony, bro. I'm more than happy. I'm thrilled through the moon. I see I'm very far behind in the chat. But yeah, man. Brennan Johnson, Timo Werner, those are my biggest concerns with the squad. Midfield, I'm liking the midfield. I love our back line. I mean, this backup center back, we got Dragusin and then Ben Davies is kind of where I'm at with our center backs. Ash Phillips doesn't seem to be getting a look in, so I think we're not really, I think he'll probably get loaned. He was injured, so I understand why he didn't get many minutes, why he didn't start this match, but didn't explain why he didn't start the other 2 matches or 3. Big up. I really did not enjoy the dance the K-League team did after each of their goal. That was creepy weird. It's a FIFA celebration. It is a celebration you can do in FIFA. That's why I recognized it. And they had FIFA sponsorship all over their shirt. So I'm sure they were like, hey, if you score, do a FIFA celebration. And so the whole squad was probably like, what's a celebration? I mean, I thought it was weird. The first time it pissed me off. The second time I was like, they're probably getting an extra 10 grand if they do a FIFA celebration. So I think that's what that was. We have a plan. There needs to be a clear structure. Being reactionary and signing for the sake of it is a band-aid solution, in my honest opinion. I agree. I don't think we should be reactionary and just be like, oh, well, they signed so-and-so, but so now we have to do this. I just would have liked Somerville. I would have liked Kudus last year. These are 2 names I would have liked. And again, I'm not saying that these are the guys that are like going to take us over the moon. I'm just saying players I like, that I've seen, that I've enjoyed. And that's what that was. I've watched Somerville a decent, probably above decent amount of games. And I like him as a winger. The only thing I don't like is his size. But outside of that, he still plays fit. I saw him in the Premier League not being out physicaled. So, yeah. Donley is a must sign, says Alexander Castro. I want Donley to be on the first team. Come on now. Cockney John, how you doing? We need specific players that will suit. Sacrificial, that's the word. Yes, thank you. I'm so far behind. Oh, shit. Sacrificial lamb. Yes, that's what they said about Ange Postecoglou's number 9s. Julian Alvarez suits our system like a glove. Bro, if Julian Alvarez plays for us like he did for Argentina in the Copa, I don't want that player. Thank you. Sacrificial lamb. That is the one. That is the one. I think even with their C squad, Bayern will be levels above Bergvall level. Maybe, but I don't think so. I'm excited to see Bergvall versus Bayern. I think that's going to be the genuine test. Like right now, it's all fun and dandy, dancing and pirouetting through 3 Korean all-stars. All due respect. Some of them look like ballers. Number 77 was cooking Pedro Porro. Who else was it? Number 77 on theirs was really good. I thought 10 was all right. I mean, obviously that dude had a brace, but I don't think it was like his individual brilliance that did. But again, Midlothian Hearts, QPR. QPR is kind of championship, so that's up there. It's getting closer. Bayern is more up there, so I like that. We play them twice. We get to see their A, B, and C squad, so I like that. I guess we don't agree 100% on Bergvall. I think he needs a lot more refinement for the Premier League. I don't think so. I mean, yes, he needs a lot more refinement. He needs to get a lot better for sure, but like, I don't think he's as far away as I was thinking he was when I had never watched him. Now that I've seen him for how many ever minutes he's had this preseason, I'm very much impressed. And I think he's done a lot of good things. Again, got to see it versus bigger competition, and then we'll know. Proven quality now. That would be nice. Vader Games, big up Vader. Hit the like, people. I'm here to learn more about Spurs. Great to hear that you're excited and impressed with many Spurs things related. Big up. I mean, you say that, and then if I just scroll down a little bit, I'll see someone saying, you're whinging a bit, Jacob. So, hey, I'm whinging. I'm excited and impressed. I think I do all of it. I think I do, I do go wham about Brennan Johnson and Timo Werner. I hope they mud me. I hope they mud me every year. And I hope y'all are here during the chat, doing the watch-alongs or post-match game reviews or whatever. I hope y'all are in the chat like, hold that, Jacob. Hold that, Brennan Johnson with a hat trick. Timo Werner with a fucking outside-the-box curler. No one's ever said that, I think, in their life, except a commentator on FIFA. But I'll pray. I pray that they become as good as people want them to be. I just don't think so. That's just my opinion. I'm not impressed. Not impressed. I think Timo Werner does a job, but it's like I don't want him in the starting 11. I feel like there's better left wingers, like Son, as he would kill it on the right wing, in my opinion. Big up RX Beats for the super chat, my friend. Appreciate that. I think Ezzy could kill it anywhere in this front line. He walks in anywhere. Anywhere he wants is where he walks in. But big up, man. Big up. Give me Kudus and Paqueta over any of our Tigers. I'm actually not a big fan of Paqueta. I'll be honest. I like Kudus, but I don't fuck with Paqueta. Now, when he plays for his national team too, he looks like ass. Now, it's just the final third. So, like, in the middle of the park, sure, I'm sure, like, as an 8 or whatever, he's fine. But to my knowledge, he plays that 10, and I don't like his shooting. That's not to say that James Madison's scoring us a bunch of worldies. But I just, when I see Paqueta, I get pissed off. But maybe it's because of his face. I don't know. Season starts in 2 weeks. Yes, big up. Big up, Ryan Gloria. Oh, man, I just want to say, big up, Ryan Gloria. You're here for every show, and you're a fucking Brighton fan. Or you're trying to trigger me with a seagull photo, which that's pretty egocentric or egotistical for me to think that Ryan Gloria's whole identity would be based off of something that I don't like, being a seagull. So, big up to you, Ryan Gloria, for always being here, man. Brickval reminds me of Modric. He could actually be a great number 6. He is press proven. He can receive the ball in the half turn. He's intelligent on the ball and off the ball. I agree. I think he's going to be that box to box 8. I don't think we're going to have any like anchor number 6 in this side. I don't see it, because when Sar does it, he doesn't do it on the next time. Now it's fucking Basuma, and sometimes it's even Madison. So I don't think this whole 6, 8, 10 thing is like a Ange Postecoglou thing. I think that's just like a us thing. Big up Cobb. I don't want Conor Gallagher. I do have that bookmark, by the way, which I am far behind in the chat, so apologies. Because y'all keep distracting me with very good things to talk about here. But here you go. I saw this actually while I was making the live stream. New Tottenham are keeping a very close eye on Conor Gallagher and the Atletico Madrid situation, per Fabrizio Romano on playback. So, a few things here. Fabrizio Romano, before the window opened and since then, has been doing the whole Spurs love Conor Gallagher, Spurs, Gallagher, Spurs. He's probably got about fucking 50 tweets about Conor Gallagher and Tottenham Hotspur. And now that Conor Gallagher is going to Atletico Madrid, he's like, hey, Tottenham are still keeping a close eye. And, you know, if you remember yesterday's stream, we're also keeping a close eye on who? Victor Osimhen. So, to me, none of that's happening. This is also another Chelsea source, I believe, saying Tottenham plotting a bid to hijack Atletico Madrid target Conor Gallagher. Chelsea is expected to receive an offer from Tottenham for Conor Gallagher. Now, I thought this was a little interesting for a few reasons, because when the news first broke about the price, I'm also going to my tweet here because I tweeted about it. Here it is. I said, would you take Gallagher at Spurs for roughly £26 million? Because they were telling us 50 to 60. And I was like, fuck no. But they're saying Atletico Madrid talking 35 to 40 million add-ons included. 35 to 40 million euros. So that's why I asked the question. That's roughly 26, 27 million pounds. To me, that's not a bad deal for what Conor's going to give you. Now, is he coming in and he's going to, do I want him in the final third dictating play? No. But what I do want him to do is take Oliver Skipp's position. Because all the things that Oliver Skipp does, this guy does better. Yes, he is not like this world beater, in my opinion. And he only adds more questions to an already jam-packed midfield, in my opinion. So overall, I'd probably say no. But 25 million pounds, it's not a bad deal if we're trying to build a squad to play European, care about. I mean, if we're actually going to take the cup seriously this year, we got to have players that can play in all competitions. So, but the main thing is he's a Cobham boy. He's Chelsea through and through. He's always saying, I love the club. I never want to leave this club, blah, blah, blah. To me, I don't want that. I don't want a guy who's fucking in love with Chelsea. And he's like, sure, I'll go play for Tottenham. What is he going to do when he plays Chelsea? Either ball out or be a bitch. And I don't really want that. I don't want my player being like, I'm torn between my love of being a Chelsea boy and being a top. I want them to love this club. I don't want them to have necessarily like a professional and lifestyle that's been, involved in Chelsea like that. So for me, Conor Gallagher, I would say no. But 20 million, 25 million, I wouldn't be upset about it. But anyway, I know that's not even what we're here to talk about. I just wanted to share that. Whoever scouted Brennan got to go. Tottenham have too many robotic wingers. I agree. Yang is only 18. I do know that. I can't wait for Yang to show up in the fucking January, bro. I really can't. I'll be honest. He's probably better than Brendan Johnson and Timo Werner. I don't know. Our manager spent half the Kane money on Johnson, by the way. Our manager, dude, you say Spurs truth. You just talk out your ass, dog. I've been skipping a lot of your comments because I just don't even want to read it. I'll be honest. Like, Ange didn't write a fucking check, dog. You probably play FIFA or something, and you see Ange and Jurgen Klopp in the room negotiating prices on players. That's not how it happens in real life. Ange isn't there. All right? These are phone calls, emails, and Ange isn't involved. Ange is just like, yay or nay. They didn't say, hey, Ange, here's your budget. Here's what you're going to get. What do you think about that? Spend half the Kane money on Brendan Johnson. And he said, yeah, fuck yeah. So you're just talking shit on Ange because you have an agenda. So lay off it, man. Have a fucking day. Jacob, you'll be pissed with your defense as well in the second half if you did the watch along. Yeah, they scored 2 goals in fucking 2 minutes. That was awful. It was very awful. Big up Stephen O. Sounds like you're describing side effects of a prescription med. Yes, that is me when I watch Brennan, and I'm whinging a bit. That's true. I didn't mean to wham, but allow it. Honestly, I worried about Jacob if Brennan has a shocker of a season. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about Brennan, I'll be honest. This guy, bro. Happy with 0 first-team additions? I'm happy with where we're at right now. I am. I'll be happier when we do more. Don't sound very happy. See, the duality of man. This guy's upset that I said I'm happy, and this guy's saying that I don't sound happy. The duality of man. Like, again, I feel like Ange Postecoglou right now because everyone hates on Ange. Oh, Ange, he talks too much. Well, then stop asking him questions. Don't have him in a press conference. Don't have him answering questions. The dude literally did a fucking post-match interview. Ange talks too much. Which we are going to go through this. But Ange talks too much. But he's required to. It's a requirement. Anyway. So if the window closed tonight, would you still be happy? No, but luckily the window doesn't close tonight. It's still open. And it will be open after the season starts. So, if you won the lottery, would you be happy? Yeah, I would. But that's, I'm not playing the lottery. I have to play the lottery to win the lottery. Can someone give me a detailed explanation what the plan is? The plan is I'm going to be moving along to the next comment. Jammy Git, big up Jacob, needed a break from Tottenham talk and transfer speculation. After 18 years of this does my head in. As Arnold said, I'll be back. I'll be back. Big up Jamie Git. Hope you're doing all right, my friend. Big up RX Beats with a second super chat today. Says Son, Tony, Ezzy front 3. Link up with Matters, Bergvall, Basuma. Then we are cooking. Donley rotating with Udogi and Spence for Poro. Van de Veen rotation needed, though. Yes, because Van de Veen's left side center back up ostensibly looks like Ben Davies. Again, RX Beats, this is a front 3 that I've cried for since before the window opened. And I'm looking further and further away from this front 3. Son, Tony, Ezzy sounds so much better than Son, Werner, Johnson. Johnson, Son, Richarlison. Any three combination. I mean, Mikey Moore, Lankshear, Son sounds better than Johnson, Werner, and Son. Tony, Ezzy, and Son sounds like my first choice. So big up Arx Beats. I agree with you, buddy. I think Bergvall, Basuma, Madison, we're cooking with a fucking midfield there. Poor Sarr, he's going to miss out. But all that means is Basuma, if you have a shitty 45 minutes, bye. Here comes Sarr. Madison, same thing. And in this situation, Arx Beats, I don't know what you're doing with Kulusevski, but I don't really mind. So big up to you, man. I like your proposition there, buddy. Big up Kate. Hello, Kate. Big up Kate. Hey, just so y'all know, little teaser. Kate and I got something coming up. Pretty big. Well, I mean, pretty big is a relative term, but there we go. Argentina versus France again in the Olympics. Oy. We were scouting number 77, says Ryan Gloria. He was cooking today, bro. He was turning not Brendan Johnson, Pedro Porro, or Pedro Porro was getting spun by that number 77. He was cooking. Champions of Japan, now Korea. Come on, you Spurs. Yes, sir. Big up, Shamu. That's officially the preseason quadruple we've done. So get in. You'll never sing it. They not like us as well. Timo cello settings. Bro, every song on the cello sounds so sad. Like, what is the... it's a beautiful instrument, though. Paqueta getting banned for life. Isn't he trying to get a loan to a Brazil team, I think? Why aren't we going for Füllkrug? I'd have some of that. I like a Füllkrug. He's, bro, banging goals in the Champions League for Dortmund. Banging goals for Germany in the Euros. Man wants to score goals. He's kind of like that guy at the bar who just hits the pitch and balls out. And I'm not mad at it. I like Füllkrug. I like the vibes from that guy. I don't think Crystal Palace will sell us Ezzy if they don't have his and Elise's positions backfilled. I don't think the money is the issue at this point. So Crystal Palace are linked with... who was it? I can't remember the name. There's someone that they're in for that's their Elise replacement. Now, Crystal Palace wouldn't have a choice, Nick, if we just paid the release clause, to my understanding. That Ezzy has a release clause near around £68 million is what my investigative research has led me to. So Crystal Palace really has no option in that scenario. But the fun part for Crystal Palace is Daniel Levy will not pay that release clause. We'll negotiate something. But in that time, if a bigger club like a City or Liverpool, I mean, I don't see why Liverpool would, but they could. Like, these are people I'm thinking that would, even Arsenal. I'm not saying they're bigger. They're kind of shit, but last 2 seasons, they've challenged for the Premier League title. So you would assume from Ezzy's standpoint, if they're like Tottenham or Arsenal, Tottenham's probably, sure, a very exciting prospect, but you're like, maybe I'm the guy to get them over the line. I don't know. So I would worry in that sense. Plus, they might actually come out and just pay the fucking release clause because they dealt with Calafiori for 2 weeks and he's already going to play tonight. Now, if we'd done Ezzy, bro, Ezzy could have been playing today. But again, why to go back to non-truth Spurs TV or whatever his name is, formerly Richard something, why I am still happy is because the window is still open. Like, I still think there's a chance that we can get Ezzy. There's still a chance. It's there was another point that I was going to make, but I was trying to think of that dude's name and it distracted me. But Spurs TV, man, you're crazy. Big up Bushman, Mountain Bushman, big up. RX Beats with another super chat here says, would y'all do Bentancur plus cash for Ederson, the Atalanta defensive midfielder? Yes, I would. Yes, I would, because where I'm at with Bentancur is not a great place. Why doesn't Ange grow up here and be accountable? Bro, you need a day off, dog. Yes, he ain't leaving Romano just used by Bowley for PR or making it like they're compete for Gallagher. I agree with that. I agree. Let's all go to Mexico to get our own teeth fixed. It costs less than the USA. Mark Swift, you are correct. It does cost less in Mexico. That is where I get my dentist work done. because it is affordable, and it is not in America. Jacob, what does Richard Matthews smoke? Bro, I don't know. Bro, I have no idea, man. Why doesn't Ange... Oh, I already read that. Where's the Kane money? At Tottenham Hotspur. Not in my wallet. We swapped the midfield and it fell apart. Big up Daryl Bradford. You take fucking... Hey, you take Bergvall out. What happened? Did Archie Gray get subbed at half? I thought I saw him in the second half. Who else got subbed? Sarr. Oh, God. You took Sarr and Bergvall out and we got fucked up. That makes sense. Yeah, because Archie Gray comes out at 65 minutes. That's true. Okay, I just checked. Happy for KULU to play as a 9 so he can be more versatile for us, says Coco. Big up Coco. Yeah, I'm just skipping some of this stuff. Also, Jacob, KULU would be rotation for Matters and Tony if we sell Richie. That's a good shout, RX Beats. I like that. Big up Deshaun. How's it going, Jacob and Spurs fan? Big up Fifth Elemento, my G. How you doing? I didn't tag you on Instagram when I ate dinner off of your super chat. So thank you so much for your super chat that allowed me to order some wings. I got lemon pepper and sweet honey barbecue, I think, or sweet Korean barbecue. Sweet and spicy Korean barbecue. I don't remember which one it was. They're good, though. So thank you so much for that. Big up Fifth Elemento. Who do you think will win tomorrow versus Spurs or Bayern? Well, I mean, we're 4-0 right now, so we're cooking. Yeah, Jacob. Where's all that Kane money, you motherfucker, Jacob? How dare you? How dare you? Well, you know, this next segment, I'm gonna dedicate it to Spurs Truth TV, formerly Richard Matthew, aka formerly the crackhead over there. Says, I'm not hating on Ange. I'm holding him accountable for his terrible tactics and stupid PR pieces. Bro, I'm like, it's because it's not just Spurs Truth TV. There's other people, there's YouTubers, there's plenty of people who are like, Ange says too much. Ange shouldn't have said this. He should have said that. Ange shouldn't have done, he should have said this. Just nitpicking ass motherfuckers, bro. To me, I don't get it. These nitpicking ass, like, what? Why are you upset about what he says? It's a fucking contractual obligation. He will get fined if he doesn't speak to the media before, after, and in between matches. It is an obligation. I want to make a disclaimer. Like when you walk in, you know how you hit the chat and there's like a chat rules, you know, be cool, don't be a dickhead, yada, yada. I want to put in there. And by the way, Ange is contractually obligated to fulfill media duties. That is a thing. I've worked in sports media for damn near 10 years of my life. And every manager everywhere has media duties, for good, for bad, for worse, and they say shit. They have to say shit. They have to. They can't just say next question. They can't just do what Marshawn Lynch did and say, I'm only here so I don't get fined. You have to actually answer their questions. And in the UK, they're a stickler about how you answer your questions. So when Ange scratches his cheek and looks down, people are like, oh, he didn't look at the thing. Oh, he's not looking at it. Look at it. And it's like, bro, why are people like gatekeeping how another dude's body moves? It's fucking weird. It made me think of this. I tweeted this today. Now, I mean, I can't show the clip, but it's this clip. I'm sure you've seen it on Twitter. Let me pause, make sure it's paused. I'm going to get the link, copy the link. I'm going to put it in the chat, all right? I'm going to put it in the chat, and y'all can watch it for yourself because I get copyrighted because it's like game footage. But it's Ange Postecoglou yelling at the players. I've got one fucking thing to say. We go and have a crack man for man. And he says some other shit, but the announcer starts talking over him. And I tweeted this because it makes me think of people who are like, but Ange isn't animated enough. He doesn't, but Ange doesn't care. He just stands there with his arm. But Ange is just happy to be here. That was what it was yesterday, right? Everyone's, why is Ange happy? How could Ange smile at a time like this? How can Ange breathe oxygen when we haven't signed a player for the first 11 yet? But he's just happy to be here. And like, again, time and time again, Ange proves his doubters wrong. So I don't mind when people like Scott or the truth fuck, whatever his name is. Like, I don't mind it. I really don't. It's just when I get annoyed at the nitpicking. I don't mind you saying that he's not going to make it or he's not good enough. That's your opinion. You are entitled to it. Don't allow me to try and strip you of your God-given right, which is to have an opinion. But opinions are like excuses. And in my humble opinion, I feel like they're also like cigars. And you know what they say about cigars. If you got one, if you got them, smoke them, buddy. Because to me, yep, I think he has proved you wrong over and over. He has not proven you right every step of the way. I disagree with you, Scott. And you know what's great? We can disagree on that. That's your opinion. I think he's proved you wrong. I think he's mudded you several times last season. I think... yeah, I think he's mudded everyone who's doubted him, which is a lot of people. Keep doubting him. I think he likes, bro, I work better when people are working against me. That's just me. Maybe Ange is the same way. He likes it when Scott's here saying you haven't proven him, you haven't done shit, you haven't done this. And to be fair, on a big scale, success-wise, what has he won with Tottenham? Nothing. That's very true. But I'm very excited about what he could win this next season. I think we genuinely should be able to win a Carabao fucking Cup. An FA Cup. One of them are obtainable and a top 5, top 6 finish. Now, if we go for Europa, you win Europa, I'm fine with 15th, bro. I'll be honest. I'm fine with 15th in the league and a Europa win. Not a finals appearance, fucking win. That's what I... So, you're right. He's won nothing. That's right. I agree. He hasn't won anything with us yet. That's very true. And I just heard my daughter cry. Now I'm distracted. Ange has the best attacking system. How can anybody hate him? I mean, people can nitpick his system, what he does. Like, I've always felt like, why, like, we should, right? Like, Civ, I think people like Scott should question or say what they don't agree with. That's just me. Because I've always said, when I don't agree with something, I've always been very vocal about it, whether people want me to say it or not. So I've always felt like people like Scott, if, you know, he's just saying how he feels about it. And it's different than how I feel about it. And it's probably different than how you or someone else may feel. And it's probably the same as some other people. But that's the beautiful part about world, variety, spice of life, etc., etc. But again, I enjoy Ange. I appreciate what he's done so far. Since he's been here, we have gotten rid of Eric Dyer, thank God. Davinson Sanchez, praise Lord. We got rid of Joe Rodon, who I think was unfairly done at Tottenham, by the way. We got rid of Joe Rodon. We got rid of Hugo Lloris. We got rid of Ivan Perisic, Tanguy, and Donley. We're getting rid of all. We got a lot of money freeing up. That tells me that we are either in a pole position to sign a player that is going to demand a very high wage, and we'd be perfectly fine dealing with it, or B, Daniel Levy's getting a new boat. We'll find out. One of those will happen. My mom always says opinions like assholes. Everyone's got one. Yeah, I've heard that one a few times. Imagine win Europa in 16th place. Talk to me nicely. Fuck yeah. I'm going to play this. Let's see what Ange thought about today's performance before we keep going. We are over an hour. There's over 85 of you here. Big up to you if you are here. Hit a like, hit a subscribe if you haven't already. Vote in the poll, get your comments heard, etc. I appreciate everyone who has done that, thus far, if I can speak. My daughter's out there crying, and I know as soon as I poke my head out there, my wife's gonna be like, "Oh, she's fine." But I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna just poke my head out there. But don't worry, I can hear it. So let's see what Ange says.
A win tonight. Seemed more for one for the neutral. What did you make of the game?
Yeah, game was okay. We obviously we looked a bit tired tonight, fair to say, and understandably so. We were working hard in these conditions. We weren't as sharp as we want to be, but credit to the lads, they kept working hard. We did some nice things, some not so nice things, but I think they'll feel better after getting through that game.
Obviously out tonight, it's hot, it's humid, and with the way we play, it's all about intensity, tenacity, discipline. How do you feel they cope with the conditions?
Yeah, not too bad. Like I said, I don't think we're in ideal condition going into it. We've obviously had a couple of days of hard training, but we don't want to adjust how we play. That's the challenge for our boys, just to keep going. Like I said, I think we'll gain a lot out of it from that respect, from a physical standpoint. So I think that's positive.
And obviously, it's
What was that background noise, though? Background song. Hopefully, I don't get copyrighted for it.
4 wins from 4 now in pre-season. You can take a lot of positives from that, right?
Yeah, look, beyond the results, it's more about how we're playing. And like I said, there's some good things tonight. I thought we scored some nice goals again. But obviously still some things we need to work on. But, overall, in terms of where we're at in terms of pre-season, it was an okay night.
And in terms of, I just want to bring it back to Sonny's first goal. For him to deliver in front of his home crowd with his trademark finish, trademark celebration, must be very special for him.
Yeah, he's one that doesn't let his standards drop, and he doesn't worry about conditions or opposition. He just maintains the highest possible standard, and he did that again tonight.
And in terms of the crowd, 63,000 people turned out. The other
63,000. Holy shit.
And in terms of the crowd, 63,000 people turned out. The other side of the world to come and watch us.
Wow.
It's very special.
Yeah, it's great. It's been unbelievable since the moment we arrived, to be honest. But yeah, it makes a difference when you play in front of, in big stadiums, in front of big crowds. I think the players enjoy it, and it adds a little bit of intensity to the game. So, and hopefully they got entertained tonight.
And in terms of young lads, obviously we've got a lot of young lads within the squad. Many of them, this is their first tour. How do you feel they've coped with everything that's been thrown at them so far?
Yeah, they've been okay. We've
All right, yeah, this song's actually fucking annoying me. I can't listen to any more of this. I'm sorry. I love listening to Ange, but that song is driving me insane. Shut the fuck up. I'm probably gonna have to get copyrighted for it. Like something I played yesterday, I got copyrighted. It's like you're getting no ad rev, so I have to like trim out segments of the show so I can at least generate the fucking $2 of ad rev. But this song, not worth the trimming out, not worth the pain that it is putting me through. So there's about 49 seconds that we're gonna miss of Ange, but seems like overall he was okay with what happened. Let's see what Son says.
Another win tonight on your home soil. How special does that feel?
Yeah, it is very, very special, especially in a difficult condition. I think lads did a fantastic job, and the fans were unbelievable. So brilliant today, absolutely amazing. So
I love Son. He's so amazing. I wasn't even listening to what he was saying. I was just looking at him talk. But Fifth Elemental, you brought up a point that I didn't want to comb over. 63,000 at this stadium. Do you think if Spurs play MLS All-Stars in America that 63,000 people are going to show up? I don't. I remember being like, why are they going to Korea again? Why not come to America like Arsenal, Liverpool, all of them? They aren't getting 63,000 there to see Tottenham. They're getting 40, 50 to see like two big clubs like Arsenal and United play. Actually, let me see. Let me do this. What was the attendance at SoFi Arsenal v Man United? Okay, so Arsenal versus Manchester United in Los Angeles, California, in one of the most state-of-the-art stadiums in the world, got less attendance than Tottenham playing Korean All-Stars. Let that sink in. And then remember that not just the ticket sales, all of them buying the Sun shirts. I saw Mickey Van de Veen shirts. They love Bergvall. I saw all the shirts. Bro, the amount of money this preseason brings in, oh my God, I just want to jump on it. You know the scene in Breaking Bad? If you've never seen Breaking Bad, you got to watch it. I don't care if you're allergic to meth. Just watch it. Bryan Cranston, one of the most phenomenal actors of my generation. But there's a scene where one of the guys, they have a big pile of money. It's like a big fucking mountain of it. And he's like, I got to do it. And he like lays on it. And they lay on the money. That's what I'm doing with the Korean tour money. I'll be honest. But that's why it's not coming to America. It makes sense. Evening, Jacob, I'm late. What have I missed? Kuti, 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 kuti. All right. Well, the rules are the rules. And if you say it, then I must play it.
Good.
But I'll also keep rolling through comments while we get to enjoy some Kuti Prop. It's just the rules. I have to play it. You know, the contractual obligations. Soy uno dorito. Ange looks so old like grandpa with white hair, white beard. Talk to Ange nicely. I'm getting gray hairs myself, so don't gray hair shame. We need to play more competitive teams like the Premier League teams playing in the States. Sure. Yeah. We're playing Bayern twice, so that'll be competitive, I think. Kane and Summer are the only reason we stayed top 4 for so many years. Japan 54K attendees, Korean 64K. 120? No, 118,000 people in the last 2 matches is crazy. That's crazy. Stadium was packed. It was loud as fuck. They just cut to a shot of Son, and it sounded like someone scored, bro. It was crazy. Get that money. At the start of the season, people would have been happy with 6th, 7th, and the club finishes 5th with Deadwood cleared out and a lot of progress, and some are still hating on Ange. Heiko player, context is key in this situation, and I agree with you because, again, where we were fucking 2 summers ago, 18 months ago, was a lot different than where we were a year ago and where we're at now. So I agree with you, Heiko. Very great context there. Big up, Steven. Kiki. Hee. I think that's what that means. Hee. Why are we giving Emerson so many minutes today? Milan could have been watching. Oh, I see why you did that. Because normally you would say you're getting those minutes because we're window shopping him. Because, baby, I'm a window shopper. Because, baby, I'm a window shopper. And Taylor in the back. Is that what it was? That was fucking... I don't know what that song was. That was driving me crazy. I couldn't finish. Let's see. FYI, I'm Korean, and Koreans love Sonny and Spurs team. Big up, Stephen O. Glad to see you here, my friend. Big up to you. I'll whip out Google Translate for my Korean viewers because they come in here sometimes. Shout out 180 and all the other folks that speak in Korean that I have to Google Translate. But hey, don't allow... With technology nowadays, we cannot allow language barriers to be the reason we don't converse. 56,000 at Nissan Stadium when Spurs played City in 2017. They also played the MLS All-Stars at Mile High Stadium. Same year. Brighton and San Antonio FC was packed, and not one person knew what team Leave Brighton belonged to. That's crazy. Big up. San Antonio FC, I actually like that Toyota Stadium y'all got out there. It's nice. Rick C, nothing worse than a grown man whining all the time. Well, a good thing is I whine and then I dine. So it's just a little bit of whine and then mostly dine. Bayern game yet to play. Guess how many? 70K attendance? Mini Korean Bayern. That's right. That is in Korea as well. I forgot about that. That's going to be... What venue is that, bro? That's going to be... It better be at the motherfucking... What is that? Olympic Stadium that they got? That has 100,000 plus seating? No more coffee kit. Yay. I love the cappuccino kit. Why you say that? Jacob, have you ever heard of the saying whinging palms? No, I haven't. Scott does have good points at times. I agree. He does at times. And sometimes I just disagree. If you had to pick an A-League team to support, who are you backing, Jacob? Which one's got a kangaroo in there? Whichever one's got a kangaroo in their logo, I'll do that one. I don't know why they changed the URL for the fucking... Look, so no, I have it bookmarked. This is normally like first team fixtures, and it's like 404 is not there. So what did they do with the fixtures page? Is it just a new URL or something? Why'd they kick me out? Seoul World Cup Stadium. Yeah, it is the World Cup Stadium. Yep, makes sense. Bro, fuck the Houston Dynamo. What's up? What's wrong with wanting better? Nothing wrong with wanting better. I never said I didn't want better. What are you talking about? Anyhow, let's see what else Sun says.
So, I'm experiencing this most of times, but
Maybe
I
Brisbane.
never feel this is normal. So it's an incredible feeling. I'm really grateful.
All right, I'm going to have to start over because I actually wasn't paying attention to the question or what he was saying. The first little part, I was actually just looking at Sun.
Sonny, another win tonight on your home soil. How special does that feel?
Yeah, it is very, very special, especially in a difficult condition. I think lads did a fantastic job, and the fans were unbelievable. So brilliant today, absolutely amazing. So, I'm experiencing this most of times, but I never feel this is normal. So it's an incredible feeling. I'm really grateful to having these fans behind us and behind me. So I'm very proud to be Korean, and they love football. They love me. So I'm really appreciative.
I love you
and
too,
they love
son.
us. So yeah, I'm really, really appreciate it. It is very, very special day, night, and it was a special game for me.
I mean, certainly after that first goal, I know you got two tonight, but that first one, trademark finish, I mean, I think they saw it on the big screen, just the whip into the top corner. Obviously, run off, do that trademark celebration, and the fans, I mean, they just went wild in here for that.
Yeah, what you're expecting, so I think it's one of the best feeling I ever had. So
You hear that? He said, what the fuck you expect me to do, cuz?
it's a great feeling when you score, especially
He said,
at home, and
oh, that
I
goal,
scored
man, it's vintage
something
you.
big
What do you
stuff.
think about
I
that?
mean,
Fuck you
they
think I
saw
was
it on
gonna
the
do,
big
ho? That's what he said. Fuck you think I was gonna do.
And it was a special game for me.
Listen to this question.
I mean, certainly after that first goal, I know you got two tonight, but that first one, trademark finish, I mean, I think they saw it on the big screen, just the whip into the top corner. Obviously, run off, do that trademark celebration, and the fans, I mean, they just went wild in here.
Look at
for
him,
that.
look at him.
Yeah, what you expecting, so I think
Yeah,
it's,
what you expecting, bitch? Ah, I love that from Sonny. He's like, yeah, what do you expect me to do? Not fucking hit that banger and my celly? Now watch me do my shit. Now watch me do my shit. Hey, son, talk to me. Bro, a smiling son, a confident son. I need it in my life. I want it in my life. Shout out. Juvenile, I believe, said that. I want it in my life. I need it in my life. That's what I do. That's what I do. What else you saying to me,
It's
son?
one of the best feeling I ever had. So yeah, it's a great feeling when you score, especially at home. And I score some goals here in the national with national team. But when you score with the Spurs kid,
Big up, Steven.
it's not a different feeling. So yeah, it feels amazing, and I'm very, very grateful. As I say before, I never felt this is normal, and look, this is very special, and I have a special connection with the fans, and yeah, I love them.
Yeah, you have a
I
special
really
connection with the
appreciate
fans. They showed
I mean,
your
I think
face and they
everyone found
screamed
it
like
very
Michael
special
Jackson
being
showed
here
up.
with you and just seeing how loved you are. And I think it's difficult to put into words for sort of people back in the UK just how much it's a
I'm in
mania
America,
for you,
motherfucker.
isn't
What
it?
about me?
But you take it all in your stride, really.
Yeah, it's incredible feeling, but it's not because only me. I think they love also all our squad. Look, they're working hard, they're supporting, they love Spurs, and this fantastic feeling. So you always had this little bit connection when you play at home, So fans come to the stadium, a lot of Korean fans to the game and supporting us and supporting me, and especially here, it is just fantastic to see. And yeah, very, very lucky, and luckiest guy in the world to having these amazing fans behind me, and I can't let it down. I can't let them down. So that's why it takes more responsibility. It takes another step to go forward, to make them proud, to be proud as a Korean, and to do even better what I achieved. in the past, but in the future, I can't let them down because it's such amazing support. You take another step to take responsibility.
And obviously, when you talk about responsibility,
he
your first
saying
time
here?
here
Let's
as
see what else he's
captain,
saying.
obviously that would be a very proud moment. But in terms of the whole squad, obviously you're leading them out here. Pre-season's ticking along. How are we doing in your eyes?
Look, being a captain, especially in the club of the Premier League, I think one of the Premier League club side, I think is a huge honor. I still don't believe that I'm a captain of this huge club. So I try to be always good example as on and off the pitch. And
They hurt.
yeah, but
Shamu,
especially that
the Kuti withdrawals are killing me.
Fantastic job from day one. I know it's a difficult condition, hard.
I love
hard
you,
weather,
son.
Humidity. So, but that's doing amazing job.
Big
so
up, Fed.
we still need to be 100% to be there. So we still got time. So yeah, what we need to improve, we have to improve in a 3 weeks time. But I think the things are going well. But
Big up, Shamu.
we still have 3 weeks time. So we gotta do it every single day. Is a chance to improve ourselves. So
Yeah.
going next step by step. So I think it's very important.
I think it's very important that we just listen to 3 minutes and 59 seconds of Heung-min Dad. The crowds loved it. Clearly. Look at Destiny, baby. Look at Destiny. Take a bow. Bro, they love some Sonny, man. Yeah, I probably would have ripped my shirt off and threw it at him and said, "Sign my titties." Destiny Ugodi. That's right, Shamu. Destiny Ugodi. Best left back in the world, baby. Best left back in the world. Happy Destiny Udogi Day. I saw this as well. Spending for the upcoming season. This is a Liverpool fan saying it's crazy how we're rock bottom. I don't think they updated because Fulham have spent money. And here we are at 30. We're in the top 6, or bottom 6, rather. Top 6 of least amount of spend if you're looking at it from a golf standpoint, I suppose. That was Yang fucking twisting and turning, old buddy. Man, Yang is... I like Yang, I'm not going to lie. He is young, he's unrefined, very raw talent, but I liked what I saw from him today. I had this. I'll probably save it because I actually haven't watched enough of James. I've only seen fucking 20 minutes so far of James Madison last match. Today's match. So I'll probably save that. There's Madison and Yang loving on each other. There you go. A little bit of love. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of love. He said, "How? Yeah, you cooked him. You turned him left. You turned him right. Good shit." Bro, I thought he looked good. Lucas Bergvall. I start this. I feel like, you know what? I feel like this is a good thing to end on. This is a feel good. Shout out Pedro Porro, man. His first interview in English. Pedro Porro's first interview in English, dog.
Pre-season, that's 4 out of 4. You know, we're progressing well, but what did
Big
you
up,
make
Si.
of that performance?
Yeah, I progressing well.
I love Destiny's hair.
It's very hot for the game, no? For
It is very hot.
The last 2 weeks, but it's good. It's good for the team. It's for victory. It's for the confidence. It's good. Sorry for my English, but yeah, improve. Good.
He's been taking
So,
English
you know,
lessons,
you
man.
mentioned about the heat.
I'm very happy
Obviously,
for
it's very
Pedro.
hot,
I can't
it's
lie.
very humid. Yeah, how do you think the boys are
Because
coping?
again, like, this just shows me, like, I don't think I've seen one interview with Giovanni Lo Celso, and he's been here for 6 years. Is it 6? I'm not thinking about the math right now. But I'm just thinking about all these other players that, like, never tried to learn the language that their native country they're employed at speak, if that makes sense. I'm not saying it's like you have to learn. Yeah, I've never seen Lo Celso speaking English. Bro, Pedro Porro's been here less than half the time. Oh, that's just mean to Harry Kane. But he is not a Tottenham player anymore, so I guess I don't have to defend him. I don't like to make fun of speech impediments because I feel like that's not Harry Kane's fault. That he was born with a speech impediment. I don't blame him for that. And I don't like to make fun of him personally for his his speech impediment, because I too was born with a speech impediment. I just had to overcome it. That's what you do. I took speech classes as a kid. That's why you probably hear me mispronounce shit all the time, because I too was born with a speech impediment. Something about I had underneath my tongue, like what my tongue wasn't growing right. It would stay like at the bottom of my mouth or something when I was a kid. So I had to have surgery. And then I had speech classes before and after the surgery. And that's the only reason I can speak well now, is because my speech impediment was fixed. So I don't know what Harry Kane's life is. I don't know what he got or what it is, but it's very obvious it's a speech impediment. And I've had many friends in my life who sound like Harry Kane. I just don't. I mean, it's a funny joke. It's kind of like the Tanguy and Donley thing, but a little bit less, because the Tanguy and Donley thing, like people making fun of him being fat and eating, I don't like to do it because I love to eat and I'm slightly fat. Yes, tongue tie. That's what it is. It's a tongue tie, Ren. I was born with a tongue tie. Big up David Shear, gifting 5 more memberships. Big up David Shear. Further sinking his heels into the sponsorship of this show. Fifth Elemento, RX Beats, Shamu, Hats, Porter, and Lisa O. Big up. Dubs in the chat for David Shear. Big up David Shear, gifting 5. That's 10 memberships gifted today. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Big up, man. I can't roll my R's. The only reason I can is because I had surgery on my tongue. Again, I was born with a speech impediment. Yeah, but he's a pro athlete. He shouldn't be fat at all. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, if he's going through like depression in his life and he's struggling mentally, I could see why you might pack a few pounds on. When I was depressed, you either lose a lot of weight or you gain weight when you're depressed. And it's one or the other. For me, I am like Tanguy in the sense when I have depressive emotions, I eat to suppress it. It's not body positivity. It's just not being a dick, in my opinion. It's not this woke culture that people want to say either. It's literally just, I don't like to be dickhead if I don't have to be. Sure, I should eat some lettuce and walk around the block. Sure, but like, I just don't think, like, again, I feel like maybe the Tanguy and Donley example was not really right, because a lot of times, like, your physique has to do with choices that you make in life, whereas Harry Kane was born with a speech impediment. That's not a choice that he made. I guess you could say it's his choice that he didn't go to English lessons or speech lessons, or I don't know. Maybe he had a thyroid disorder, and I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't know Harry Kane well enough to know what it is. Yeah, that's just me anyway. But we're all allowed to feel however you want to feel. Like, words can't assault anyone, that's true. But they can worsen or enhance a person's mood. I do believe in that. Like, if I come in here and I'm in a bad mood and all of y'all are being in a bad mood towards me, it's going to make me have a worse mood. If I come in here and I have a good mood, and y'all are all saying, oh, Jacob, big up to the show, we hit 100 likes, here's a super chat, like, that's going to make me feel better. And also, if I'm feeling like shit and y'all do the whole, we love you, here's a bunch of positive words, like, it works both ways. I don't know. Not Kane, the fat dude, had a thyroid disorder. I don't know if Tanguy and Donley had a thyroid disorder. I don't know. But look, we are going to end it there. There's preseason matches that have kicked off, and I don't want to take too much longer. As much as I do want to listen to Pedro Porro's first English interview, maybe we'll just save that thing for next time, huh? Because I digressed with body positivity. It's actually not body positivity. I don't try to tell people, like, I'm not going to tell Lizzo she's a model, right? I think that's the body positivity shit that's like not good. When you just try to be like, it's okay that I'm unhealthy with my diet and unhealthy with my lifestyle and I don't exercise. Like, you should not celebrate that. You should fix it. That's why I said maybe the Tanguy and Donley example was a bad example when referring to not taking the piss out of Harry Kane's speech impediment, because they are different in that sense. But yes, life is hard. Life is hard. Yeah, and again, I don't like to sugarcoat or don't want to raise a bunch of bitches. Like, my kids, I think about this like, I want to be strict but not too strict. I want to be lenient but not too lenient. It's a balance, right? Like, if I go around just talking shit on Lizzo for no reason, That's just kind of being an asshole. I wouldn't lie to her. If someone asks me about her, I wouldn't lie. But yeah, man, put some respect on the fat dude's name, Tanguy Ndombele. Put some respect. He has more contributions to this club than Brian Hill. But there we are. That's a great final thought for the day. But look, y'all, whether you're body positive or body negative, as long as you have a body, you're alive. And I think that's the most important part. So we'll leave it right there. Big shout out to the sponsors tonight. David Shear gifting 10 memberships and RX Beats for 3 super chats. Big up RX Beats and David Shear for sponsoring tonight. I appreciate that. And I appreciate y'all in the chat. All of y'all who hit a like on the video. I'm going to refresh now to see how many likes we got. 70. Okay. And there's 100 votes in the poll. So 30 people voted but didn't hit a like. That's strange, but it's okay. I'm going to end the poll there. What are your thoughts on Kulusevski as a number 9? 34% says he's shining so far. Let's see it for real. 33% says jury's still out, but I'm open to it. That's where I'm at. The jury is still out, but I'm open to it. That's my choice. So 33% of y'all agree with me. He's mid-level anywhere he plays, says 20, and 11% says I prefer him on the wing or in the mid. And there you go. A little bit of a breakdown there, but I appreciate everyone who tuned in today. Happy Wednesday. Normally I start out a Wednesday show by saying happy hump day, and I hope that you are doing the humping and the day is not humping you. But anyway, appreciate all of y'all. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, folks, this last bit's for you. Stay blessed, stay fresh, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs. Hug a fat person, man.